Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. As we breathe in Om Namo Shivaya, feel with every Om an explosion in your heart. Namo, let that explosion in your heart spread and Shivaya just dissolve. So today's topic, and I'm going to be continuing with this topic. First of all, today we are praying for not one, but more than one Olga, and also for Sasha, and also for the girl who are suicidal. So we are praying for suicidal and depressed, and suicidal and depressed leads to various diseases. So we are praying for concretely for Olga, Sasha, and then another person that we will just call J. And when we pray for others, this enables us to grow, because if the other person will not accept our prayers, then we cannot be rid of our own depression. Because depression is born out of not feeling joy, and joy is there only when we can serve. So joy is there only when we can serve, and we can serve only when the other person enables. So when we help other people with their depression, immediately they are our gurus, they are letting us grow beyond our own depression. A thought comes, it's like a cloud, and it's in the head. It's just a picture in the head. And it's a very mystical process how these pictures come up in our head. That's what our mind is, continuous flow of pictures. This picture comes up and it would go away, but we say it is good and bad, and it gets invested with more energy, and it becomes like an onion. A lot of small layers of the same thought becomes heavy like a ball, within a ball, within a ball, within a ball, and at a very core, but each layer is just a thought. So we think about it more and more, most of the time about sex, about relationship, about this would happen, that would happen. And then that heavy consolidation of thoughts, it becomes an emotion in our heart. Now, after some time, the emotions, especially the emotions of pain, fear, anger, there's only love. But all these manipulations, or rather mutations, based on our thinking, become our pain, fear, anger, which are just a lot of same thoughts stuck together. After some time, these emotions become manifestations in our body. So if someone is feeling that, oh, they don't have enough, let's say, they don't have enough support, then the spine will be hurting. If your knees, then the support systems will be hurting. If your stomach, then you are not able to accept, or something you are not able to let go of. And if you are having breathing problems, that means you are not really ready to accept whatever is happening in your life. It is sadness can be in your lungs, and in your liver there is going to be anger. And then whatever makes you angry later on becomes fear in your kidneys. So your stomach is not able to accept it, and then those can become liver pain, liver anger, or fear in the kidneys, and then your metabolism. Basically, liver and kidneys control your metabolism. And of course, heart becomes a repository instead of a place which is open, and these manifestations make our heart closed, and then we start to even, how can there be a God when there is so much amount of pain in my life? So with this judgment, we stop believing in a God that is omnipotent, omnibeneficent, omniscient. And once we stop believing in a God, now we are in a jungle. Then life becomes a jungle. It becomes like Darwin's fight. Everything is a fight. Everything is random. If you have children, they are born because you had sex. Not because in the big plan of things you have them or you don't have them. No, because you had sex. So you demean and insult the core of life. Instead of a connection, you think, oh, sex. Instead of communication, you see chattering, talking. Instead of a person housing the divinity, you see just a biological being that you can maybe manipulate or maybe let that other person manipulate. And everything then is happenstance, random, and you're always strategizing to get the result in which you take more and give less. And people who even are successful in this, that they take more and give less, they have lots of emotional issues, lots of psychological issues, lots of body issues. They may look healthy, but they are not healthy. Because healthy means that your heart is shining and you are doing something for others. You can be having the best minds. And nowadays, there are people who all their lives are thinking happiness is money and then spending all their lives praying for money. And in the next life, they make a lot of money, maybe in crypto or something, but it does not make them joyous. Joy is regardless whether you have money or you don't have money, regardless whether you have relationship or you don't have, regardless whether you have respect of others or not. Joy is totally knowing that you are helping others. So all the people who live for themselves and their ideas, if they are not helping the universe and not giving back to the universe more than they take, what do we take from the universe? We take all the resources and we take, most importantly, oxygen, which is basically energy. But the secret to life is to give more than we take. So that's why the explosion of Om at heart is you give. When an explosion happens, like in a sun is continuous explosions inside the sun, nuclear explosions. And that's why it's always giving. It's hurting, but it's giving to others. So the sun is, when children draw the sun, they intuitively make it a happy place. If there is a sun in the picture, means that it's a happy picture. Moon can be various moods. Sun means it's a good picture, happy picture. Intuitively, no one teaches the children in any way that the sun is a sign of happiness. But that's the way that people all over the world draw it. It's common knowledge shared life after life, even by children, or maybe especially by children. So how do we get rid of depression and why is it happening? First of all, there are depressions which are good, because depression means suddenly you feel that this life that I'm leading is not worth it. And definitely it's not worth it. If you are living for yourself, then it's not worth it. Even if you're living for others, you might have a dispassionate, you might stop enjoying the ice cream and all those things of the planet, or even because you're looking for God. And maybe there is some amount of God in sex. Maybe there is some God in money. Maybe there is some amount of God in respect by others, etc. What most people want. But It may have a tang, a flavor, but it's not God. And the heart of a spiritual is looking for God. And God can be achieved only by three things: by acts of love and service for others. That's the number one. Number two, for you to be working with your depression, you have to see even your depression to be from the all-loving God. And that is faith. That even if I'm depressed, that depression is just a wave of thoughts, and everything belongs to God. My body, my thoughts, everything belongs to God. And God, people get concerned. God is something this, and there are computers, and there is a logic, and this and that. So there is no God. Just say, okay, there may not be a God as per you imagine. But haven't you been created? And I'm not talking about the fact that the sperm of your father hit the zygote and then there was a baby and this. The world has been created. The whole of the universe that you see and you trust your senses. It's there. So someone has created it. And there are rhythms in nature, Fibonacci number, all the flowers, all the stars, all of the sea animals with those curves, etc. There's a universal pattern in the nature, which is called Fibonacci numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, and it keeps on exponentially growing. It's the curve of the energy, and it's everywhere. So the same unit is everywhere means that there is an order. And order means that there is someone who created the order. It is not happenstance. It is not random. It is not a coincidence. You cannot have so many millions of coincidences that there is life on this planet and you have a life. So God, people can say no, but you say, but you do know that you have a creator. Yes. Probably the person will have to say yes. And then there's something inside you that recognizes that there is a creator. Of course, no one says I don't exist. Now that whatever you state or whatever the person says and states is not important because it's coming out of your body. No importance. The fact that the person can say it is important, because the fact that the person can think that there is no God, the fact that the person can think any which way means that there is a God giving to that person free will. So that presenter of free will, we are going to be calling creator. And a part of that creator is inside the person who may refute or say yes to God. But once you accept that there is a creator, then you have to put your faith that everything in the universe is perfect. If it was not perfect, and I'm not talking about the political scenario, I'm not talking about the housing or the job market or this or that. I'm talking about the turning of the earth. If everything was as you like it, but let's say that the axis of the world, the way that the earth rotates was not 1 or 2% here or there would be no life on this planet. And there is a series of such things. So the perfection of the creation, that life is there. Now what life makes out of itself is not so important as the fact that there is the mystical life, and you need the faith that it is all pure act of love. Everything that you see and you don't see is an act of love, unconditional love. So the first is recognizing, understanding thoughts and living to improve your thoughts, to get rid of the depression, living for others with a faith in the creator, that whoever has created this highly complex life, creation, the universe with its infinity, you with the power to analyze the infinity of the universe. That is pure unconditional love. That is the act of faith. First is understanding, and then with understanding comes your acts of God, of love for the Creator God. Then the second factor is faith in the deepest part of your heart that it's all good. Even if when you die, it's all good because it happens with the body. At a soul level, you have to identify with the Creator with infinity of love, unconditional love. And that's what Om Namo Shivaya does, or any prayer. Now we get down to the third part. While we are operating via this body with this limited hands and legs and a skull which has got infinity of thoughts, but in a prison, every day we wake up with the same personality, with the same set of thoughts, the same rat race for money, acceptance, love that we want, not give usually. Every day we wake up with the same thoughts, and that is the core reason of the depression, because we are living in a prison of thoughts. So we are going to be doing Om Namah Shivaya for others. And that offering our prayers, our breathing, our thoughts, our acts to others will automatically make us closer to the self-realization and lead us away and help others, and in the same process lead us away from depression to spiritual joy. And even if we have depression, the key to depression is to use depression as a tool. Thank you, depression. You made me sad. You made me see that the world is unfinished. The unfinished world needs my prayers, my services. So now your job is done. Now go away. So today's meditation, because 3 people today called me about depression. So I want to make a small 10 to 15 minutes and then offer these prayers and this technique to them of 3 things. First, doing acts for others. Second, having faith in your heart, even if you have to do it. And the third is offering the prayers when operating as a body to the 5 powers, let's say. The 5 powers that we discussed are the Creator, the ancestors, God in the form that you love the most, people in your life, and the environment. So to get rid of the depression, for the person who just joined, so our key to today's prayers is to go beyond depression and to resolve the depression of the 4 people who called today. Incidentally, 2 of them have the name Olga. One of them is, I will call her J. And the one of them I will call S. So when these 4 souls, let us pray for them, then we are able to evolve. First, understanding that depression starts off from not having faith in God, that everything is perfect in the universe. That's where it starts off. And then our mind comes up with alternative realities, which may or may not be true, but our mind goes with those outer, and then we get afraid. What if this happens? And I want these things to be like this. So we do not accept our own current material world reality, and we'll start looking for something which is not there. It's only in our head. But when we pray with Om Namah Shivaya, Om, an explosion in the heart is going to be happening. Namo, we spread the explosion, this golden wave in our heart. Just like in the sun, millions of nuclear explosions are happening. That's why it is happening. The same nuclear explosion is going to be happening in our hearts. And Shivaya, we offer this to, as an act of unconditional love with gratitude to the Creator, to the ancestors, to the God in the way that you see or love the most, to all the people in your life who are in your head, and to the environment. Environment being everything seen and unseen, from this world, from other worlds, from this creation, from other creations. Focusing in the center of the head and imagining a cross and feeling vibration of Ami, Om, and Om Namo Shivaya as a spiral, initiating yourself with these three symbols. And now breathing in Om, taking it to your heart, Namo. Namo is not me. That means the infinity of love. Not you is the infinity of love inside you. Unlocking that energy with an explosion, Namo, you spread it around, Shiva, and offering it to the Creator God, the creator of everything and everything, especially with gratitude for your life. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. As we are one, the whole group is spreading love, light, and laughter, and sending gratitude to the Creator God for your specific life and for all the lives that you have had. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om. So this is the first offering to the Lord, the Creator. So to get rid of depression, we have to do these 5 acts every day. Acts of love or prayer for the Creator, now for our ancestors, mothers, fathers from all the lives, all the grandfathers, all the grandmothers, all our ancestors, offering to them the explosion in our heart. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. The heart is now smiling like a sun. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Offering love to all our ancestors. Our body is healed because our body is a gift from our ancestors. And we move on now to the 3rd level. Now, when the first offering is made, our lowest part of the body is now balanced. With offering to the ancestors, our sexual energy, which is the way that we were created, is now balanced. And we move on to our heart. And in our heart, see God in the image that you love most. Shiva, Krishna, Jesus, Mother Mary, Allah, whichever form of God that you love the most. Muhammad in that. See it in your heart. Om Namo Hanumate. Om Namo. Offering to the Guru before opening our heart. Om Namo Hanumate. Om Namo Hanumate. Om Namo. The Hanuman, the Guru, opens our hearts. And now, Om Namo Shivaya. In your heart, with the favorite image of God, the heart immediately becomes a temple, a holy place. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. When the heart is a temple, there can be no depression there. Let go of the depression with this, saying this for on behalf of those and on your behalf. Thank you, depression, that you made me spiritual. Now leave. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Keep on exploding at the level of heart and seeing at the at the center of the explosion, Mother Mary, Jesus, Archangel Michael, Shiva, Durga, Krishna, Muhammad or Allah or Gabriel, Buddha, Guru, whichever form of God comes up automatically. Immediately your heart is a temple. And now we offer gratitude that balances the heart. Now the heart's feelings are reflected in the head. They have a mirror effect. In your head, see all the small rooms with all the pictures and thoughts and open all of them. And in the center of the skull, Om Namo Shivaya. Match it with your breathing, the pulsing, the explosion in the center of your universe, in the center of the skull. Match it with your breathing also. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Offering love and gratitude to all the people who have played any part, who are in your thoughts and live in your head. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Offering it to Olga, and Sasha, and to Jay, all the people who are suicidal. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Also for a person called Natasha. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Now that your head is fully balanced, you see that your fifth chakra is the sun. The sun is not remote, it is remotely connected to you in a very highly personalized manner, because your heart also has a sun. So now imagine that you are contributing your prayers, you're offering your prayers to the sun, the creator. But the sun, the creator, in another form, as your environment. Environment means everything that surrounds you, everything that is connected with you and not connected with you via time and space. You offer your gratitude because that is your ecosphere. Om Namo Shivaya. Now the explosion is happening at a level of sun. Om Namo Shivaya. Identifying with the sun, seeing down as a sun, all your lives as different planets. You are fully at peace with your life. You are fully at peace with all the lives. And you are glad at this opportunity to be able to burn yourself for others. Om Namo Shivaya. Anyone who is living and bursting with explosions for the joy of others can never be depressed. Not in the material world. You can have a spiritual depression of, I want to be closer with and in God. That is allowed. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Trambakam Idame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvaruknan Vitirmakshemamratachi. Om Trambakam Idame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvaruknan Vitirmakshemamratat Galya. Om Trambakam Idame Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvaruknan Vitirmakshemamratat Jean Om Tremagedame Sugandim Pustyaldanam Uraruknam Nitirmokshemamratat Marina Om Tremagedame Sugandim Pustyaldanam Uraruknam Nitirmokshemamratat Paras Om Tremagedame Sugandim Pustyaldanam Uraruknam Nitirmokshemamratat Priti Om Tremagedame Sugandim Pustyaldanam Uraruknam Nitirmokshematam Om Tremagedame Sugandim Pustyaldanam Uraruknam Nitirmokshemamratat. Thank you. So we'll meet tomorrow at 6. And I'll probably conduct a live meditation for, as some people want to meet, a couple of people want to meet in Toronto.